Hello and welcome, everybody. Hello, people. So, let me just switch over to this. Woohoo! We are back. Okay, so, bit of explaining beforehand, and I'm gonna get this straight for stream and everyone. So, on your character sheets, I added a custom skill that is based off wisdom. It can be affected by several things that you have not discovered yet. Anyways, however, we will be using it mainly for this area. It does not, this skill cannot be used if you're like trying to cast control person on another party member or those other kinds of things. That does not get affected. This skill is pretty much only for this area. Got it?
Got it.
Cool. Another thing is that I want to promote Kenka because it's out there. I have the link for it. I share my screen for a moment with it. There are several different things, descriptions of things that everyone can access, including those who view, as well as you can view the different maps and see the different things before even the campaign. So if you want to maybe look at different things and say, ooh, what does this kingdom look like? Well, I haven't uploaded this one yet. But let's just say it was there. You can look at the different towns. You can look at town names. I don't have everything done yet. So there are definitely going to be places such as like the Kingdom of Ulv who just have Ulv there. That's just a placeholder for the actual entry that I will be completely doing at a different date. I just have it there so that it's ready to go. Anyways, we're gonna get right on to it. Alrighty, so now, like I said with the Yule episode, this is taking place right after the last episode before the Yule episode. Hopefully, we will end this session with the ability to put the Yule episode right behind it. That way, everything doesn't get too out of order. Got it? Good. Anyways, you guys just camped out. It is now dawn. You guys had just camped out. You are outside of the border, and you are closing into the border of the uncharted lands.
We were hoping that the border into the country we actually need to get into was not at every corner of the country, which so far it seems like it might be.
That is.
And we were going into that country to see I don't remember.
You were going around it. You were trying to see if maybe there was a hole. Because Nox got a little brainwashed last time.
But the final goal was to go to see a portal on the inside.
Mm-hmm. Well, your final goal was to go to this village right here. And check everything out.
But just so you know, in my Roll20, I'm still at the holiday place.
Reload it. Oh no.
Yeah, mine still shows the same as well. I was curious, so did I know I wanted to go back and buy that scroll of
there we go.
comprehend languages. Did I ever do so?
I thought he cast it on you instead.
No.
We couldn't afford it.
No, you couldn't afford it.
So I wanted to go back because we got paid 100 gold, correct?
Yes. However,
but technically that's in the future, so you wouldn't have it right now.
Yes, that is in the future.
Oh, so I don't have to book. Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Yes, so we're going back into the past for a minute because the Yule episode took place in the future.
But I want it now.
I'm sorry. You guys didn't end at a place where I could just take you right to the Yule episode. I had to bring the timeline forward.
All we gotta do is finish this one mission, and we can study for a couple months.
Exactly.
The end of this
let's get
mission
on
is
with
Christmas.
Let's do it. We're there now. Let's kill what we need to kill. Let's do what we need to do.
You're mostly doing spy work, which would be very helpful if Saren was here. Anyways, so you guys just woke up.
I rolled disadvantage on all stealth. So.
Don't worry. If it's still stealthy if you get rid of the evidence.
That's true. I will handily cast Firebolt this campaign.
Okay. But we're continually basically walking down this borderline with detect magic up, looking for holes. Right?
Okay.
Sound right? That's what we're doing?
That's what you were doing. I don't know what you guys are doing now.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
You guys could go straight through the border.
Well, last thing we fought the goblins.
Yes.
Right.
And then we ended it.
We had just crossed the river.
Yes.
No, we'd crossed the river, then we'd camped, then we went to fight the
yeah.
goblins. We'd defeated the goblins.
Oh, that's right, because we were moving
you guys
further
should
towards
be here, then.
their territory.
Yes. You guys should be there then. Yes.
Yeah, because they were setting up some kind of outpost. Then at the end of that fight, we ended the session. So we're just post-fight, probably around about midday.
But remember, we were heading further towards the
border.
Towards the wall, yeah, because I had a theory as to what was going on with the lack of animal life and just life in general.
You never actually told us.
Yeah, so the theory is that the border wall itself is likely or potentially drawing power on the land, hence the lack of animal life, or there's some magical effect causing. Because there was a lack of animal life and like overall, not even Nox or anything, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was my theory, is that it has some sort of repulsion. So I wanted to go check that out.
So you guys travel more into the border, and as you travel towards this border that is closest to the village, you see the border, you have detect magic still up, correct?
Oh yeah.
We would recast it if necessary.
So you're looking upon this wall of magical energy, and you can see that it is definitely weaker here. And as you go to more closely investigate it, the border kind of drops. And then it comes
like
back
a hole
up.
in the wall?
It must be active for a certain cycle and then refresh.
Well, so when I see that one spot drop, is it the entirety of the border wall or is it a patch?
No, it's just the one. It's a piece of it. As you're looking down, you notice that other parts of it along this village are doing the same.
So it must be running out of power.
Unstable, perhaps. We believe there's a rift there, right?
You believe that a rift had opened there. You don't know if it has or hasn't, but you were sent to investigate because they believe that there was a rift that opened.
So potentially, if there is a rift, it could be interfering with the magic in this region.
Well, yeah, and then I would be able to tell with detect magic if there was a change in the magic within that 30-foot radius. Correct?
That is true.
If there was any kind of alteration in the magic of itself.
Like a pulse or some sort of interruption.
There's no...
Yeah, well, like a mutation of the magic.
There's nothing that you can tell.
Jack's gonna insist that maybe we should go before it closes.
Yeah, we might want to go in.
Not very many more chances.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still open.
Go before it closes.
It's up currently.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait then. We'll wait for that piece to fall and then go through.
Maybe we should stand in a line because it might not be open long enough for all of us to get through.
True.
We might each have to take a chance.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Is it not better to just like all go in on our own side? Is it really that small?
Oh yeah. How large is the area of the border wall that dropped?
I would say probably like the width of Keck. And like
with his wings out or not?
With his wings. No, I mean like with him being like all buff and everything, with his wings like not
shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, shoulder to shoulder.
Okay.
And then probably 8.5 feet tall.
Okay.
It's literally a doorway. Actually, a little smaller.
So is it dropping? So it's dropping a section at a time, like right next to each other?
It's random.
And how long are they open for?
Like, couple of seconds, maybe.
Okay, so literally...
you would have to...
Right against it, push us.
You would have
one at a time.
to count.
You can see.
To be more specific.
Detect magic.
No, we can't see.
You should be able to see what I see.
No, it's the person that normally. It's the.
Oh, that's true.
So
yeah.
We're looking at some open sky, and you're explaining everything to us. So we're like, okay, push us. And it's time to go, because.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just stand up to a section of the wall, and I will shove them through when it drops.
All right. As you do so.
Keck loses an arm.
An arrow flies out of nowhere and destroys Keck's arm. He will no longer fly again.
That'd need a ballista bolt, not an arrow.
I cast shield.
Nox's opens.
I push him through.
All right. Do you want to do like a simple push? How hard are you gonna push him through?
I'm gonna like push him really hard because I'm gonna go through really fast.
And then Nox, what are you gonna do?
I was observing the barrier and was not expecting it.
Okay.
We're looking at some open sky.
We
told him to push us in, but.
Can you roll me?
I don't even push him. I just straight up like kick him right in the ass.
Yeah. Can you do me like a straight up strength check?
Yeah.
See how far it goes.
Negative
okay. Yeah, him, not me. Sorry, that was me.
Oh.
16. Holy shit.
Okay. Yeah. He goes pretty far. Oh no, not a strength save, just a strength check.
Oh shit, this is gonna be bad.
Athletics?
No, just straight up strength.
The only strength check?
14. Actually, that wasn't that bad.
That's still pretty good.
Consider I have a -1 modifier.
His shuts. As you're waiting, Nox, you're on the other side, and you're just watching this. Do you have detect magic up, or are you just chilling?
Nope.
No.
Just to be honest, I'm glaring at him.
you're just watching as Dorsal is like positioning Keck at like a spot so that he doesn't like enter.
Keck's getting ready to roll in. He seems a little too excited.
Yes.
Dorsal's getting ready. He notices Kek's size, so he's getting ready to do like a double jump kick.
Drop kick.
He's gonna have to, man. You're a big cat. You're a big bird.
Kek was gonna like roll forward as fast as he could.
At the same time, he's a bird, so he's not that heavy. Hollow bones.
The portal next to you opens.
I'm gonna kick him through.
You don't have enough time.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it opens immediately. I haven't even gotten into position behind Kek.
Kex opens.
I have to push him through.
Yeah. Roll me a straight up strength.
Kek would dive the moment he's touched.
Okay. Kek, roll me acrobatics. Sweet. Okay. Now it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to ready myself and wait for a door to open.
Like, as you, like, get into position to, like, charge forward, literally one, like, 5 feet away from you opens.
I'm going to jump for it.
Please make me a control check. As it shuts on you.
9.
Ooh. Welcome to brainwashing. Oh. Alright. As you go through the portal, Dorsal, you completely disregard Nox and Kek. And you walk straight into the village.
Wait, how far is this village?
Not far.
They were unable to stop me?
Oh, the funny part is this is kind of in character for you.
Oh, that's fair. That's
They
100% fair.
They both.
The weirdest part is you.
They have the ability to stop you if they want to. But I'm just saying they're disregarding you, and you're heading towards the village. They can fully stop you.
That makes sense as 100%, right up my alley.
Nox still doesn't really know from a third-person perspective what happened to him, so he wouldn't know what to look for. He'd just think that he's heading off into the village.
Nox, make me a...
Insight?
No. Make me a perception check. You notice that his... you notice that his demeanor has completely changed. And that you notice that his eyes don't have the same, like, brightness that they have. They're sort of more, like, dim.
Kek, stop him.
Kek was about to celebrate him getting through, but then we'll grab onto him.
Roll for grapple.
This is my athletics versus your acrobatics or athletics.
Nice.
Being nice and just doing it normally.
Alright, Dorsal is now pinned to the ground. Nox, what are you gonna do?
I am figuring that out. Remind me how you guys cured me of this last time.
There was some magic on your head. I pecked it.
Yeah, that's right. He pecked the shit out of you.
I have an idea. This may not work, but I'm willing to use it.
Don't peck me.
He gives you a passionate, sensual kiss.
Oh god. I guess it's better than a peck.
Oh god, I forgot what I was gonna say.
No.
Just take it slow. Dorsal lived in the mountains by himself for a long time.
That was it. I was gonna extend my channel divinity shadowy aura over him and attempt to end a charm effect, if that is what it counts as.
Now I have to think about this.
Because it allows me to either give temporary hit points or end one effect causing the target to be charmed or frightened.
While he thinks about it, what does it look like?
Literally, you would just see, it's midday-ish, so Nox would have a shadow on the ground, and it would just start to spread into a pool, which would then spread out on the ground, and in the air above where that shadow is, it would also go into dim light. So the whole area around him would darken, and his eyes would glow a little brighter.
Your tentacles would also grab hold of him. From your shadow.
Oh, this is getting kinky.
Yeah, it is.
It gets dark and then there's tentacles.
Okay, it's... yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be in that kind of context, guys. Jeez.
I mean, he's being held by a buff bird. What kind of context would you have him take from it?
He's not aiming to feed. This is literally his protective element.
Whatever it is, Dorsal's into it.
Because it is... I'm conflicted. Here's why I'm conflicted. Because whilst, yes, it acts like a normal charm spell, it isn't technically a charm. So I'm conflicted in that aspect because it is homebrewed. There is no technical, like, label to it as being a charm or not being a charm.
Could roll for success?
Yeah, do that.
Let the dice decide?
Yeah, do that.
What would you like me to roll? Just a d20?
I'm gonna have you roll Arcana.
Oh, God. Good luck.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, good. Okay. I'll let it break it. Yeah. So, you can see as his eyes begin to go back to its color and you, Keck, you kind of see as the tentacles kind of retract and as the shadow returns back to Nox, that Dorsal looks like his normal self, but...
I look around at everybody. Hey, what was I doing? Was anything cool?
I think you were doing what I did last time I stepped through the barrier.
Yeah, no, I already figured that. But what was I doing, like, actually?
Zombie?
Like, where was I walking to? Obviously, I was walking to somewhere.
Out of town. Like
I'd just, point towards the village.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's so
whatever
clever. That's so clever. I think that wall has some sort of control spell. Like control, like effect. That's kind of nifty.
But when I stepped through, it was more a case of brainwashing me into their leadership. You just walked straight for the village. Did you get any kind of vibe from it?
No, I don't remember. I mean, that's kind of the thing. It's a weird spell. That's why I immediately asked what I was doing, because I think it's kind of like a controller, like you said, a brainwash, but I think it almost plays to like your personality in of itself.
So your personality is walking drolly along?
Well, I mean, you know me. I walk everywhere and look at all the cool things and go into towns to see if they have cool things.
Measure people.
So I think it affects you. It doesn't necessarily. It's not like a blanket control effect. I think it's actually it like shapes itself to who that person is and the things that they're interested in.
You make it sound like it's alive.
I mean,
I'm skeptical. You talked less than Nox did.
Because I think it's cool. It doesn't scare me. Given the just the sheer amount of magic, it could very well be some kind of living wall. Because that's a lot of spells to combine into one thing. Like, imagine you were going to make, you have a recipe, but instead of following the recipe, you decided to add 40 more things. It's not going to come out the way the original recipe would be, right? It'll almost be like its own thing.
Yeah,
Now,
it would have unknown quantities.
Yeah, so it's the same thing, but with magic, which is infinitely more. I mean, it has more effects when you're blending certain kinds of magic.
As you all are now inside of the field, every so often, in a regularly occurring pattern, there is a pulse of magic that goes across, and when it hits the barrier, it kind of like dissolves into it, and you can see that the wall gets stronger.
Can I see the source or general direction of said pulse of magic?
It is coming from over these mountains.
So the center of the. I take it from general maps we would know that there's like a city or something behind, like in that direction.
Yes.
And I'm assuming I'm the only one that sees it.
Yes. You are the only person who sees it.
So I look over at Nox and Keck, and I'm all excited because it's a cool thing, and I like cool things. And I'm like, guys, there's an identifiable power source over in said direction, and I point towards that direction.
Keck will
Agreed, but that's
confusingly
not
repeat
what
he
we
says.
It's not what we were sent here for, though. Let's
Come on,
deal
guys,
with that before we
I want to
consider.
look at it. Come on, guys. Come on, it'll be fun.
I mean,
Well-
isn't that is that the direction we were supposed to go? I'm not sure.
It is
No,
now.
But whatever is here seems to be interrupting its power somehow, so it may prove useful in taking it down. Perhaps
Alright,
we
well-
should search here first.
Let's check it out, and then we'll go look at the power source.
It's adorable. Okay, so you can also. I failed to mention. This. Whilst you also see the pulse, you can see. You guys are just a little far away, but you can see that there's a tower in the center of this town. And as the pulse comes across, another pulse comes out of that tower and goes around more of like the nooks and crannies of the border.
Ooh. I see this, and I tell the guys, because this is getting infinitely more exciting from my point of view. Hey, let's go check out that tower. There was another
In the middle
pulse.
of the town?
Yeah.
Like not hearing the explanation yet. It's like I think it might be better to have a low profile during a sneaking mission.
Well, I mean, I guess, but we really should, because that tower, it provides power to the wall itself. More towards like the minor areas, and it's not like a major power source, but that might be the reason that parts of the walls are collapsing, is because that power source is failing.
That sounds like a lot of work for not
You
our
being
main
an
objective.
artificer would probably be tempted to fix it, and I'd rather you didn't.
I don't want to fix it. I just want to study it, which actually involves me taking it apart, so it doesn't work.
Which would
And
draw
potentially,
attention.
well, I
Especially
mean,
if we go through.
like Keck said, as long as there's no evidence, there's no attention to be drawn. So if we just
I'm
kill
Pounds
pretty
people,
a lot
sure
of
whoever's
evidence.
in charge of this place would be aware if that shield dropped.
not if they're dead.
Town is a lot of evidence.
Nox contemplates that last statement and goes, "The logic."
I mean, I could rig up some kind of explosive. I'm sure.
How much of the village can we see from where we are?
Uh, Um. Hmm. It's a pretty dense town. So it's not like a rural village where it's more spread out.
Mm-hmm.
The most notable thing is the tower in the center. Other than that, this village looks pretty run down.
Does it look very populated? Just from
Mm-hmm.
looking at it.
Very populated. Ooh, that was sour.
Oh, sorry. I think I misunderstood. I thought the tower was in the direction beyond the mountains that you were after.
The
No,
big
it
pulse
appears that
tower.
there's multiple towers.
However, there was a smaller pulse that came from this town.
Okay, that's
So
Nox
from
would have
within
no
the
issues
mountains,
going
it
towards
seems
that.
like there's the primary power source, and then from this village, it seems like there's a secondary power source to reinforce the primary.
What do we know just from general knowledge? How much we would stand out here? Just like all humans, or do they
pretty
all
much
have
all
clothes we don't
humans,
wear?
yeah.
Okay, so we would.
However, as you guys are kind of just like standing about looking at this town, you do see there are a lot of other races here. It's very odd because the theocracy is very much against other races.
What races?
Any besides like humans and elves.
Yeah, but what do we see?
Oh, all types of races. Like you see some Dragonborn, you see some Aarakocra, you see Satyr, you see turtle people, you see
Are they wearing just clothes?
yeah, they're wearing like normal clothes.
Perhaps it's a slave village.
Their clothes are too nice for them to be slaves.
Damn it! I'm just
They're
trying
like
to get to
ordinary. They're like ordinary
but
clothes.
like that means now we might be able to just walk there. That is within the realm of possibility. Walk there and cause no trouble.
I'm all for just getting there. I don't know about the causing trouble part, but I'm for just getting there. Dorsal wants to see the tower.
How long until we were supposed to get? Like, there was a certain amount of time away where they expected the portal to do stuff. How long do we have until that?
A day.
Okay, so we should probably get moving. We don't want to get captured even for a little bit.
Let's go to
the
town.
town. Where in this town?
Dorsal starts walking to the town.
It could well be
we go
in
to
the
it
tower.
on the way back.
So you walk in town. As you
Dorsal just went to town.
What's odd about this town is that the front entrance of the town is facing away from the rest of the country. It is facing towards the direction that you're coming from. And there is a sign above it that says that names the town the Forgotten.
Excellent.
Like it's just named that in common.
As you go around, many people look odd at you guys as new people coming into the town. As you reach the center of the town, you find that there is a church.
Where's the tower?
The tower is attached to the church.
It's going to insist that we skip it and come and look at it on the way back.
Dorsal stamps his foot. Fine. Where are we going? Yeah, now Dorsal's all irritated. Because he likes machines.
No, you may have a point. Certainly have a good vantage point of the town from the top of that tower.
Dorsal gets happy. He goes, I think Nox is right. I agree with Nox.
Wait, were we actually supposed to get to this town? I thought it was like just nearby, not literally at it.
No, it's at it.
Oh, okay.
Dorsal's once again very, very happy. He agrees with Nox wholeheartedly.
Okay, are we flying up, or are we trying to go through the inside way?
Given only one of us has wings.
Yeah, I can carry 2 of us.
Everybody would notice us flying.
Yeah, but I'm
especially if they're already watching us.
We always fly.
I'd like to look around a little bit before we go flying, before we make a decision.
Yeah, let's at least get like what's the general layout, or where are the doors?
Exactly.
It's like an ordinary church. There's a back door. There's a back door to the church that's says priests only. There's the main entrance, which is attached to the tower. Halfway up the tower, there is an opening, and it shows and it's like the church bells.
How high up is that, and how obviously...
So as you look up, you notice that the church tower with the church bell looks normal. However, it looks like the part of the tower above that was added upon at a later date. This town also, as you look around, there are crystals everywhere. There are these small purple crystals.
I assume Keck doesn't really get the meaning behind those, but Dorsal might.
Dorsal wants to study everything, so...
I mean, but would he like know any history on that?
Yeah, would I know... I mean, given that they're magical, would I be able to roll Arcana to see if I know anything about them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Damn it!
You know nothing.
Jon Snow.
Oh, that makes me sad. I should have cast Guidance. Alright, well, do we want to fly or sneak in? What do you want to do?
How obviously open is the tower? Like, is it actually like we definitely, if we flew up there, the entire town would see, or
yes.
we might be able to sneak around?
Are there any windows we can peer through on the ground floor?
Yes, there are. It's like a normal church. There are a lot of normal sized windows. They are mainly towards the back, though. Around where, so when you look in, the first things that are closest to you is like the altar at the front of it, and you can see that there is a church session going on.
Of course there is.
Is there a church pew anywhere that I can hide behind?
Pew?
Yes.
Not outside, no.
Oh, okay. Can I attempt to stealth?
Yeah, roll stealth.
Wait. Are you gonna try to walk sneakily by us while you're wearing heavy armor?
I'm gonna go for it. We'll see what happens. 10.
So
are we just staying behind?
What door are you gonna go through?
What seems to be the most indiscreet door?
So you have the back door. However, there's no windows that you can peer through. That goes into the room. So you have no idea what lies beyond it.
Oh, we're gonna roll the dice on this.
Alright.
No,
get out.
Just for us. Are we staying and just letting him do this?
I would probably walk a slow circuit around the whole building, trying to look for a more inconspicuous way in.
Heck would go with Nox.
Or at least a side of the building that may not be as overlooked if we were to even fly up to a first story window.
So you enter, and there is an altar boy standing right there, and he goes, you're not supposed to be back here, mister.
An altar boy.
Intimidation.
Ooh. Let me see what I got there. I'm going to try to intimidate him.
Well, I was thinking the kid was trying to intimidate you, but sure.
I look at him, I go, you don't see me, boy. Nat 20, baby!
Oh my God. Intimidating little children.
And he kind of like walks back and is like, I don't want any trouble.
He was like, quit. I look at him, I'm like, quit talking, you don't see me. I'm not even here. Can't talk to people that aren't here.
Sir.
Alright. One more thing. How do I get to the tower?
There's a stairwell by the front door.
Alright.
And he points in the direction where the front door would be.
One more thing. If you forgot that you don't see me here, and you tell somebody, I'll kill your whole family.
I don't want that, mister.
Alright. Just remember, you never saw me then.
Christ, I thought Nox was the shitty one.
I thought he was going to respond, I don't have a family.
And then Dorsal slinks off in his mail.
Are you going inside the building, or are you going to walk around the outside of the building?
I'm in. I'm going to the tower.
Yeah, but you have to go to the front of the building where the other door is anyways. Are you going back outside?
Oh. That could be problematic.
Through the entire church.
Just strolls through the congregation right up the aisle.
Did I happen to see that there was anybody in there?
See me.
I don't recall
looking. Glares at everyone, does that thing where he like points at both his eyes and then points at them like.
I don't recall seeing anybody or looking through the window though, so this may be
No, Nox was the one who did so. Are you gonna
so I'm
try
not
to
aware of
stealth
what's going
again,
on?
or are you just gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna
right
try to stealth. I'm actually gonna
through the middle of the church.
Yep. It's gonna happen.
Me and Nox are
10.
Outside.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take off my scale mail and then stealth.
Okay, where are you going to store the scale mail?
That takes like 10 minutes.
Does it? Okay, we're not doing that. We're just gonna roll. We're just rolling.
All right.
Like I feel like standing in the same place taking off for 10 minutes is worse.
You enter the church and you try to be stealthy, and there's a person there, and he goes, "Oh, new member," and he grabs your arm, like arm in arm, and he takes you over and into the church, and he sits you down in a pew.
Before he can take me into the church, I want to try to intimidate him.
He got a nat 20, bitch.
Ah, fuck.
You're his
Can
bitch
I,
now.
You're his bitch.
Can I firebolt him?
You can, but you'd make a scene at this point.
Very obvious one.
Oh, true. Oh, this could work to my advantage.
I'm not trying to do that.
I look over at him and I go, "Can I? I'm kind of shy. Can I?"
He's
have
already
a
gone.
Seat? Oh, okay.
You're sitting in a pew with different people now.
Can I be sitting in the pew next to the door?
No, you're actually quite close to the front, too.
I'm gonna work my way back. Stealthily.
No.
Okay.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, 14.
As you try to, like, get up, there's, like, a hand on your shoulder pushing you down, and you see that it's the priest.
Okay.
I look at him. Can I
figure out what
intimidate
me and
him?
Nox are doing outside while he's wandering through the church?
You can try.
While he's getting
You
indoctrinated.
can try to give him, like, a glare.
No,
actually, I'm gonna try to
figure out what we're
persuade-
doing because
No.
we've been on him and we haven't figured out what we're doing outside yet.
Yeah,
'cause we're
I'm
playing this out.
gonna swap over. As you guys are both casing, Nox, you look through the window again, and you see as Dorsal's being escorted basically to the second to front row and being sat down.
He's joined the cult.
Like, actually, or?
Well, he's sat in the congregation.
No. He's not willingly sitting. You see as somebody places him there.
Yeah, from where Nox is, like, concerned, he's sat in the congregation now, whether he wants to be there or not.
Is there any people outside, or is it like everyone in the church?
There are people outside.
Okay.
So.
Well, we can get him after the session, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll put this down to his research. I would continue wanting to, like, say, circle the building to try and find a less overlooked side or something, or a
just that side entrance and the front door.
And on any floor. So there's the one.
Yeah, on any floor.
There's no balcony.
No windows?
There are windows. However, there is no, from what you can see inside of the thing, there is no second floor. And the windows are pretty high up. There is no second floor. There is a sort of balcony inside, but there are no windows around it.
And the tower that's attached doesn't have any kind of entrances anywhere up it.
The which, I'm sorry?
The one on top.
The tower, from what you can see, you can't see any entrances.
I mean, that's our vantage point. Do you want to go up there?
Yeah. I can't think of where else to go. If he got caught, chances are we would be.
I would not ever put those odds together.
It is true. He is the one person with heavy armor trying to stealth through a place.
Well, out of the three of us, you're the elf. You're the least, conspicuous one.
Well, except for the scale mail.
I mean, he's the least conspicuous, but yeah, it is true.
And I did decide to go for it instead of spending 10 minutes taking off my armor.
Okay. Heck's gonna be like, okay, I'll fly us up to the top new part, that way we can get a direct look.
Where are you flying from?
If there's a back of the building, or a back of the town, we'll lean more towards that way. But it sounds like everything's in the center. So just when less people seem to be around, or everyone around seems to be distracted, we'll hopefully wait for that. Go up.
All right. Nox, are you kind of making sure that nobody's watching?
Yes.
Make me a perception check. Sweet. You see that there is a guard who watches him take off.
We're all getting caught today, boys.
How far away?
He's 15 feet away.
Wow, that's really, obvious. Did we really not see him before we went?
No, because he just turned into the alley.
Oh god.
So we were 10 feet in the air when he walked by.
Yeah.
Does he look alarmed?
Yes. He is about to. He has a crystal in his hand.
I want to put him to sleep.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay, that was it's useless when you press cast.
Yes. A lot of times it is. You gotta roll it yourself.
Nat 20.
But that's not how that works.
Yeah.
No. It's 24 hit points worth.
Oh,
basically.
I'm sorry. I thought it was. I saw the
It's
green circle.
24
My bad.
hit points. That just means that one or more of them critted, which actually I can look at. You got, what is there, D8s? You got 1 crit. Give me 1 second to look at the guard's health. You are able to successfully knock him out.
Nice. I know that buys us a bit of time. I just have to. I'd say to Keck, we got seen, but we need to be quick.
I'll be right back.
We're out of here before he wakes up.
Okay, fast as I can.
So you go up to the bell tower, and do you ascend the stairs further?
Question: if it's a bell tower, it has an opening for a bell.
That I already said that.
Yeah, he said that. It was just.
Yeah.
He had already told us that it was really obvious to fly to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
From
sorry.
the front.
That was the only. Yeah.
From the back, not so much.
I assumed we were gonna fly straight to the new part, like from the outside.
There is no like ways in. At the top of it lies a pretty sizable crystal that it looks like 2 pyramids stacked on top of each other.
Okay. One of them is upside down. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes more sense. I was picturing this weird like arrow thing.
Yeah, I was picturing a double arrow at first as well. Okay. So I assume I'll hold him there and we'll look at it.
Is there enough room on the ledge to land?
Mm-hmm.
I would just say, drop me down.
Okay,
It's
we'll
a little obvious
land.
with you flapping here.
Land on top of the roof to try to be as much out of sight as we can.
Alright, I'm
Relying
back.
more on people just not looking up than actual stealth.
Mm-hmm.
And can I get into the ledge where the crystal... So, wait, is the crystal on the very point of the roof, then?
So the top that you saw was more not. So it didn't go out like a roof. It was more inverted. So like the crystal could like set into the building without it like crashing or cracking anything or like breaking anything.
Okay, so it's not like
But the
inside
crystal,
the tower where the bell would be.
the crystal is floating currently.
Okay.
I get the feeling we need to break this thing.
That might get us noticed, but if you think so.
Well, we could glide quite a distance from up here.
That's true. We might. I mean, I don't think I can carry both of you though.
All right.
Well, he's
Are you
apparently
guys
enjoying his
question
sermon.
really quickly? Are you in the clock tower or are you on the roof next to the clock tower?
I had the intention to be in it.
Okay.
I was thinking on top of it because we were literally looking at the crystal.
So the crystal is on top of it. There's no roof to the clock tower. The roof of the clock tower is where the crystal and in the addition is. It's
So we
one
can stand
just
inside of it.
it's one
down
long
side.
tower, essentially.
So we could be in it and still see the crystal.
You can be in it, peer outwards, and yes, but there are stairs ascending that you can't see. You can't see the crystal because the bell's in the way.
I'm definitely having trouble picturing this.
So essentially, think of one long tower.
Can you draw it? Like just like 2D draw it?
Yeah. So
Yeah, because I'm getting all kinds of
essentially, it's
ideas.
one long tower. About halfway is where the bell would be. halfway is where the bell would be.
Here, I'll post this in a. It's an image. I'm pretty sure this fits what he wants. In general.
The drawing fits what I was thinking.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, that's just what your description was.
No, because that little circular thing would be much further down.
I mean, okay, one difference.
So, this part of it down here, this part of it looks old, like as old as the church. The upper part of it looks brand new. Here, let me draw the door.
So I was picturing right next to the crystal on the literal roof.
So next to the crystal would be the roof of the church, which would be, so here would be where the thing started, and the point of it would be like up here. And that would be like the church. This would be all roof, all shingles and whatnot.
So the new bit that's above the bell, is it like a hollow cylinder with no actual roof on the top? Or...
So there are no windows. You can see that there is like a slight indent because you guys went up there, since you said, so like the crystal could like sit in. The new bit's longer than this. I just had limited space because of my window size.
If we get on the roof and crouch down in the depression on the roof, no one would be able to see us under the crystal.
Yes, but there would be no way in. Wings. There would be no way into here. To this room.
No, I'm just on about being in the middle at the top, under the crystal, crouching down so the people on the ground can't see us.
Oh yes, it would be pretty hard to see you even. You would probably just have to crouch down a bit. Someone as tall as, how tall are you again, Dorsal?
5'7".
Yeah, someone like this height of Dorsal would be able to like stand full height and not really be seen. They'd maybe see like the top of your like helmet or the top of your hair.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah, so in that case, I'd say that we're at the top and just trying to keep out of sight.
That is my drawing of the day.
Seen.
Oh, come on. You really didn't select that? Trying not to select the party token is hard. Especially when you drew the thing right next to it. Anyways. Okay. So yes, you can be there. Yes.
What do you think we should do with this?
I don't know. What are you going to do with this? Did I lose you guys?
I think so.
Oh, my bad.
No, I'm here.
Yeah, I was about to say, did I lose you guys? My connection looks good. Bitrate didn't drop at all,
I just didn't unmute my headset. Kek's gonna be like he's at a loss. It doesn't look like it's exactly what they told us to come get, but it also doesn't look harmless either. I'm not sure if destroying buildings is best relations for a nation, for us to be deciding on the spot.
Well, we could always head back to the next level down in the bell and try and get inside to see what we can do about Dorsal.
Sure.
Alright, flashing sideways. to Dorsal. It gets to the ceremony where they introduce new members, and as they do,
hold on one sec. Sorry. So we left off with the priest's hand was on his shoulder. I was going to try to persuade him.
Oh yes, go ahead.
Tell him that I was shy and I would like to sit in the back, but I would like to attend. Yeah.
Is that more deception?
No, persuading.
I'm trying to do it politely.
Fair enough.
And he goes, "I'm sorry, my dear. My dear. I am sorry, my child. As first comers, you must sit at the front. Now, all newcomers come forward." And he kind of like helps you up and like brings you to the front.
All right, I'll go. Let's see where this plays at. How this
And
plays
they
out.
go, "We welcome you all to the new family."
To the new
And the priest hands you a purple-esque crystal, as well as everyone else.
Okay, I'm getting free crystals here. Let's see what happens.
This crystal bind you to the saviors.
And I dropped the crystal, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. And I start to leave.
You are unable to drop it. As you think to drop it, your hand does not respond to you.
Damn it, this is going to be some work.
Crystal speaks to you.
I'm going to need you to make a control check for me.
Damn it.
They start to begin chanting. And the crystal glows. And then the crystal vanishes.
Oh god, it's in my brain.
And appearing around your neck is the crystal in a new shape and form.
Damn it.
And you are now no longer conscious of what you are doing. And you go back and sit right where you were.
Fuck my life. Alright, boys.
Flashing back sideways to Nox and Keck, you guys get down and onto the thing. And you are currently in the bell tower. There is a ladder going up.
Up?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, remember, because the new bit's sitting on top of it.
I assume that was just a block to hold the crystal. Up or down? I'll go because deep in thought, Nox would go up.
Okay. You go up and you see that there is so you go up and you can walk around this thing and it's in sort of like a tube, and you see that there is like a magical energy here that is being built up and built up, and because it's so built up, you can see all the magic within the tube. And you see it shoot a tiny bit up. And then a couple minutes go by, and it does it the same.
So this is what, in essence, seems to be charging and then releasing the pulses.
You can assume so.
Visually, what am I looking at? Like, just an empty room that's building with energy?
So you are looking... So it is sort of empty. It's not entirely empty. There are, like, tools and stuff, like, on, like, a table. But other than that, it's pretty empty.
suppose I would take a look at the tools to see if they're like artificer's tools or...
They are a little more of like an artificer's tools. They are a little more geared towards arcane work. But they don't seem to be any like sort of maintenance thing. They seem to have been like they're pretty how do I describe this? So they're pretty dusty. And as you pick them up, you notice the shape of it looks sort of like the center of that whole mass of magical energy. At like the dead center, there's a very like dense like shard spinning around in all like orientations and directions.
In this room?
It's in, so the way that it is, so you're sitting in like a square room. In the center is a cylinder. It's like a glass cylinder that goes from floor to ceiling. Inside that cylinder is the massive magical energy.
Okie-dokie. Do any of these tools look like they would smash that cylinder?
No.
Input from Keck would be good.
Sorry, I was speaking. Maybe we can pick up that thing in the middle of the room.
I mean, if you think you can withstand touching it. It's got a lot of energy.
I've taken hits before.
So, what are you gonna do?
Do we want to grab it now?
It's even if we just disable it, it may give us time.
Alright. Tech's gonna take the tool, have a deep focus with a rage, just in case he takes physical damage, I guess, at the exact round where he grabs it.
Mm-hmm. As you are about to hit it, as your fist like hits contact with it, your fist like just touches it. As you feel your arm becoming weak as you're about to hit it.
The tool that like was the same shape as it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said you were gonna break the glass?
No, I thought I was just gonna grab it from the middle. I didn't know there was glass.
Yeah, it's a glass cylinder.
Oh.
Yeah,
so
floor to ceiling.
I was just gonna grab it and see if I could take it away from the area.
You say it drains energy?
Yes. As he goes to like step forward toward, as he does that, you see, whilst the room has been like an ambiance in terms of like natural light, kind of, the light turns red. And you can hear guards and you can hear foot soldiers and all about from the hatch with the ladder, and you can hear them all scrambling.
Bloody hell, that was fast.
And I wasn't able to get it.
Emergency tactics, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess we'll try and exit out as quickly as possible, hide on the outside of the building, probably where there isn't a window. It's just a little ledge to hide on.
Yeah, we could go back up to where the crystal was and hide in that thing.
So as you guys fly up to that, you see as the crystal is now set into the building.
Of course it is.
Is there any architecture we could stand on a wall with no windows?
There are some like houses surrounding. Like the church isn't like the church is kind of nestled in with like an alley on each side, and then there's like a bit of an alley going outwards. So there are buildings around.
Hide nearby, Keck will ask Nox.
Yes, I think we need to, and see if we can see Dorsal when he comes out.
So, flipping over to Dorsal, as you see and hear something different. Whilst you see all the crystals go red, you also hear like an alarm sound in your head. And you are compelled to go out and search the town. And you exit and you go more so down the alley. And Keck and Nox, you can see him heading down the alley.
Time to grab
Keck
him
will wave
and
him
get
down.
out of town for a bit. Would I notice the same kind of glazed look as he had before?
Make me a perception check. You do not.
That's a no. Yeah, I'd say we'd probably drop down next to him.
As you drop down, he goes into a fighting stance.
What kind of fighting stance does Dorsal take?
Yeah, Dorsal, what kind of fighting stance do you have?
He pulls out his longbow.
Interesting melee range weapon.
How close am I to you?
We'd have dropped down next to you.
Melee
no
range.
reason to fear you.
Oh, okay. So then he pulls out his short bow or his short sword. Not a short bow.
Yeah, he pulls out his
makes
short
all
sword.
the difference.
He pulls out a smaller bow.
He pulls out his short sword and he yells out, "I found them."
Oh, good.
Nox, you notice that there's a crystal around his neck. Well, actually, you both do.
Grab him either way, right?
I would reach forward, and you know what? I'd lash out and use primal savagery. So extend claws, and swipe at the crystal on his chest or the chain.
All right. Roll to see if you hit. Dorsal, what's your DC or AC?
16.
All right. So he definitely like rips the chain off of your neck, and as it does, you regain control over yourself.
Yay! I look over at everybody. We gotta get out of here, but let's keep that crystal.
Let's move.
Mm-hmm.
And Dorsal's gonna stealth. Because he's had so much luck with this in the past.
Roll stealth.
No, we're just gonna like.
I wouldn't stealth, given you literally just shouted, "I found them."
Yes.
Oh, that's fair. That's a
we're
good
gonna
point.
book it as fast as we can. We're gonna dash.
All right. As you leave, you can see as the guards and stuff kind of watch from the gate as they do not leave the village.
I'd also try and be careful not to collide with that area around the region as we flee.
No, you'd stand like outside as you notice that they aren't leaving.
I'd just say we should probably set up a camp. We need to tell you what we found.
Cool, because I need to tell you what I experienced.
Was it a bunch of nothing again?
Yeah. But it tells me a lot of information. It tells me quite a bit of information, to be honest.
Huh.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
get a lot more out of nothing than I do.
Well, that's because you hit things with things. I think about things.
Excuse me, I am an artiste.
You're an artiste at hitting things with things. I mean, I'm not dogging on you. I appreciate a muscled sword swinger as good as the next person. But sometimes when things go down,
when we get out of here and then have this conversation,
it's about what's not obvious.
You're already out. You're already out of the town.
Yeah, but we're still in sight of them, aren't we?
Well, technically you would always be out of sight unless you left the border.
Yeah, so we're still inside, but
could we not circle the town?
He was trying to give a weird backhanded compliment.
Oh, did you wanna go more towards inland?
I basically
forest?
want to find somewhere to camp that isn't where they can literally watch us and
study us. So you go more deep into the forest, then, outside, and instead of them not following, they do follow you for a bit, but once you get too far deep into the forest, they back off.
Okay. Just what I thought. Excellent.
Alright, I would probably set about setting up a camp.
Do we see them following us?
For a while, yes, but you also notice that they're no longer following you.
Did I notice when they left? When they stopped following?
They turned around and they left. You.
Before we hey guys, I want to test something out.
What's that?
Can I, as they start to walk away, can I pick up and throw rocks at them?
At Keck and Knox?
Oh no, the guys that were following us.
Sure.
An arrow might go further.
Ooh, yeah, good point. Can I shoot one of them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Excellent.
You miss.
Do they respond at all?
Nope, they just continue walking.
I'm gonna shoot again.
You hit one of them. And they keel over, and the rest of them just continue to walk.
Oh, perfect. That explains everything. All right, let's set up camp, guys. We got lots to talk about.
Man, I didn't think I was the muscled dummy in real life, but I don't know what's going on.
Alright, you guys set up camp.
I'm pretty confused.
Yeah.
Can I go over, since we set up camp, I'm assuming they've been gone for some time now?
Yes.
Can I go over, I would like to gauge the distance of where they stopped following us and turned back around in relation to the town in of itself.
Probably about like 150 feet.
And is that the same distance from the crystal on the other side that they stopped?
You don't know. I changed the narrative. That never happened.
Of course, because we would have run out the other side. Yeah, fair enough.
All right. So since we're all camped up now, I look at everybody. Guys, I got amazing news. I think getting controlled by that crystal might have been the best thing in the world. Well, next to seeing the other cool crystal.
Nox instantly narrows his eyes and gets ready to hit him again.
Kek's just confused, but this is something that he is used to.
And Dorsal looks over and he goes, "Okay, so that crystal that was around my neck, it's a control crystal. Those people are actually slaves. And the reason that I shot that one guard, is because I wanted to test the range of the actual main crystal. So that big crystal we saw is actually, it controls all the little slave collar crystals."
Do me a favor.
Did we leave the poor guy to die on the ground?
I looted him, of course.
He died instantly.
Yeah, I looted him.
Okay. At least it was humane.
Nox would hand you the crystal back and say, "Put it back on." I don't
Yeah, I'm gonna
think
put it
it'll
back
affect
on.
you this far out.
Okay. Well, funny story. You broke the chain, so technically it's partially broken.
Oh, I see. So it's not about the crystal.
So you'd have to repair it if you were to put it back on.
Okay.
However,
when
only we had an artificer.
I'll cast mending on it.
Okay, you mend it, and the crystal dissolves into nothingness.
Ah, so it's out of range, so it can't even hold its form.
Interesting. So if we could get people outside of the city limits, or at least one person outside, maybe they could tell us how this all happened.
We gotta drag someone real far. I could do that.
Yeah, I could disable him, like shoot him in the leg with an arrow.
I could just put them to sleep.
Well, I mean, there's that too. We have plenty of options. Let's just keep them all open.
But if we could get one of them, especially one who seems like they would know the town well, out of there, may be able to get the answers we seek.
Why don't we just start dragging a bunch of them out?
I will say, them not being on an effective crystal does not guarantee they will be friendly.
Right,
True,
right, but they're slaves.
One of them isolated, we should be able to handle.
All right, okay. Let's do it. Maybe we could just sneak into the town and jack somebody.
It's basically the
someone
plan.
In the middle of the night. Sounds like a wedding.
All right, I'm happy to sneak in.
No.
I'll take off my armor this time, even.
Maybe.
Given their hostility, I'm not sure that would be wise.
Okay, so we want to...
But let's not break their crystal this time so quickly. I want to do a little magic on it, you know?
Well, that's all very well, but you were about to bring the whole town to bear on us.
I mean, out here, I'm cool with that.
They might have guards on the walls. That'll be the
There were no walls to the...
Okay, true. In the perimeter.
Yeah. It's literally like shooting fish in a barrel, guys. All we do is drag like 10 of them out, disable them. They don't do anything because they're outside of their control perimeter.
10. There's 3 of us.
Yeah, but they're just going to walk away. We just disable them after they walk away.
But we have to get them there first.
That's easy. Just shoot one of them with an arrow or something.
And kill them?
No, shoot them in the leg.
They really will just walk away afterwards, but just because they did once.
They would have to use more power to expand the range of the crystal.
I vote we at least stay small. Let's look for like one guard and do that first.
We'll attempt small. If more come either way, we will run back and we will deal with however many we have at the time.
Alright. But just remember, there's a control ground. There's a control perimeter. So even if they expend more power to increase the perimeter, all we have to do is keep running outside of the perimeter.
For all we know, they faked that.
I mean, I guess, but I don't think so, because that tower is also controlling, or it's also powering parts of the wall. So there's going to be definitive limits on it.
We don't yet know if it's powering it, or...
Well, no, I saw the pulse come from the tower. It's powering it to an extent.
That
much I can guarantee.
Could be what is disrupting the barrier that allowed us to get through.
I guess, but then that wouldn't really make sense if you think about it logically.
I agree, that's unlikely, but we can't pretend like we're absolutely certain of everything yet.
Why would you send a pulse to counteract something that you're currently using?
It could just be a byproduct. Remember, somewhere in there, there's a rift.
That could be why. Yeah, that could play into it too, because if the rift changed the magic, that could change the pulse, or at least parts of it. Yeah, we'll figure it all out.
Yeah, we're gonna go into town, and we're gonna try to look for the first, not incredibly large group we see. So like if it's like one guard, that would be what we're ideally looking for.
So
everybody's tired of hearing dorsal talk science.
Are you approaching stealthily or are you approaching normally?
Yeah.
Roll
I'm
me
approaching
stealth.
stealthily.
Yeah, yeah. Are we all going at the exact same time? And then Dorsal's not wearing armor this time? Or...
I'd say, but we're trying to spread out a bit, like maybe 10, 20 feet apart.
Sounds good.
Okay. Roll me stealth.
Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I have no armor. That's just a shitty roll.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Okay. So, what's the plan if you get spotted?
Well, then, same as if we don't.
Just run back?
We're hoping to find combat with one person. If we find more people, we might grab one person and leave.
So...
Yeah, we just want to steal a person.
Keck, you're able to sneak by, and... How would you... There is a person. How would you take them down?
In style.
He would rock style pick them up and leave.
Alright, so you do so. They're wailing,
That's amazing.
Screaming and stuff. Everyone goes on alert again. And you're taking them back. Meanwhile, you two get spotted almost immediately. And you see Keck, like, carrying this person back.
Me carrying someone is 25-foot flying speed, so I'm not gonna outrun you guys.
I mean, we're just gonna run if we see him with somebody.
Yep, and try and cover his escape, I guess.
Ooh, I'm gonna firebolt a building.
Okay, Go ahead and shoot.
14.
Okay.
3 damage.
To a building?
Hit part of a building, it doesn't destroy anything.
I want to see how many people we can get to chase us.
So there are a lot of people chasing you.
All right.
Another thing though is I'll check it here. No, it's.
You must remember,
Sorry.
Dorsal is a man of science and engineering. The greater.
Yes, not tactical expertise.
No, not at all.
All right.
He snuck in at full scale, man, and told the kid he'd kill his whole family if he didn't realize that he never saw him in the first place.
You can see as the crystal at the top of the church begins to spin, and it becomes more and more red.
Ooh.
Oh God,
As
bad feeling.
It does so, I'm gonna need you all to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Ooh, nice. Oh gosh.
He is carrying someone, to be fair.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Why not cast guidance on Keck?
Because I can't touch him.
Oh, that's true.
Because he's in the air and it's a touch spell.
Guidance doesn't help with saving throws. That's resistance.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh,
That's
it's an
also
ability
true.
check. That's true. Shit. Well, let's see how this plays out. Oh, you said dexterity save.
Yep.
23, nat 20.
Nice. Keck, you take 6 damage as a beam of bright red energy comes and just plows through part of the forest. It basically...
He was busy watching the person below him. He did not
just go... It basically goes... Oh, that's not free. Let me do... no snapping. So it basically... and goes all the way past as it goes higher. As it hits you, you fall to the ground where your camp was. And you can see that people are no longer following you.
We were probably 20 feet in the air.
So what Dorsal noticed, Dorsal, I mean, he's been paying attention. He's the one that's trying to prove a theory. So when did I notice them not to turn around and stop following us?
When the beam hit Keck.
Okay. Okay, cool. What did the crystal look like afterwards, or am I able to see that?
The crystal looked the same as it always did.
Okay. Interesting.
You said you were 20 feet in the air?
Yeah, that would have been my default.
Something's getting some fall damage.
Mm-hmm. Why is none of these in feet? How many meters is 20 feet?
About 6.5, I think.
6.5? Okay. So you get this amount of fall damage.
I'm surprised because D&D's all in feet.
This chart is all in meters, so yeah.
Usually it's like 1d6 per 10 feet.
There it goes. No, I was just testing that out. You don't actually get that much damage.
I assumed 1d20 wasn't your fall damage.
No, I was 3 damage. It gave me an error, and I went, that, I typed it in right, so I tested d20. So you take 3 damage, and as you do so, you both fall to the ground.
The Heck's gonna rub his head and ask the general world, including the person now next to him, is like, what was that?
They are non-respondent.
So now that I'm actually getting a good look at the person, what race are they?
They are and they're Tabaxi.
Are they knocked out or just not talking?
They are just not talking.
Not moving either?
Nope.
Alright. I'll wait for everyone else to catch up if they were behind me at all.
I think we're ahead of you.
They were... Yeah, they would have been at the camp. They would have saw you fall.
Oh, I would imagine Dorsal's gonna go up to him. He wants to look at that crystal.
You go up, and she's not wearing a necklace. She's wearing a ring.
Ooh, he wants to look at the ring.
It
Probably
looks...
the kid's mother.
It looks like a ring.
Does it have the same, like, crystal in it?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to cast Detect Magic on the crystal.
You detect cast magic, and it is a kaleidoscope of magics.
Like the wall, right?
Yes.
Ooh. Alright, so Dorsal looks up and he goes, yeah, pretty much exactly what I thought. Am I able to tell how much power is currently coming from that crystal?
A pretty large amount. That beam that was shot was a very, very large amount.
Heck's gonna whisper to Nox, you getting anything from this?
So the magic still seems to be active.
Yes.
Okay, so how close are we? Are we within that 150-foot range?
No, we're at our camp.
No,
Yeah,
we're at our
camp.
camp where we were safe before and your
Oh,
necklace
okay.
wasn't working.
So does it seem to be drawing magic from or the magic that's in the crystal? Does it seem to be drawing power from the person that we took?
Roll Arcana.
Damn it! I should have cast guidance.
You do not know if it is or is not.
Is this person still not talking?
Yes.
God, what an
looking
asshole.
at their hand. Getting married, I see.
Can I
I'm gonna
check
reach
the
over.
signs of life?
Yeah. You can check if there are signs of life.
Because obviously, Keck was carrying them when he got hit by the beam.
Make a medicine check.
I presumed they were sitting up. That's why I asked if they were, like, fainted or not.
I thought they would just, like, hit the deck like you did.
They
did.
are.
These.
They're pretty healthy. They got bummed up and scratched up from the fall, but everything else is fine with them.
Heart beating.
Alright.
I'm gonna reach over.
Off with them?
I'm gonna talk to the. Is it a her or him, or what is it?
He.
You can't tell it's a tabaxi. Just use they them. Be inclusive.
Oh God, I'm not good at all that.
Suddenly he's out of his comfort zone.
Just call him Kitty.
Hey, cat. Are you awake? Are you alive?
It kind of just looks at you at a blank, like a very blank expression.
Let's restrain this cat and see if it does anything. Give it like an hour and see what happens.
Try and take the ring off their hand.
Yeah, let's just do that now. I don't want to.
Oh
As-
yeah, we did do that.
You don't want me to lose control.
As you attempt
I'll
to
take
take
it
off the ring, she swats at you with his claws.
Oh, what an ass! I'm gonna punch him in the face.
You do so. He sits back up, just blankly.
Guys, will you restrain him?
Cat, grab his arms.
I got this.
Grab his
I'm
arms.
gonna take the ring off.
He's kind of like protecting it, so you'd have to like pry his hands off, which
That's
he's
fine.
not allowing you to do.
Can I just take the finger off?
You mean
was
like
my next
chop
plan.
it off?
No, yeah, I'm just gonna cut off with my short sword.
Yeah, you could chop off his hand.
No, I just want the finger. I'm not an asshole.
He's protecting it with his other hand.
No, they're holding
And
his arm.
Keck's not doing a very good job being a
Yeah, no,
strong man.
I would. Yeah, I would be like
Little kitty
you know,
overpowering
I'd keep
you.
their arms away from each other. You could.
I mean, I
clench
know
his
cats
fist,
prey
that
on
would be the end
birds,
of it.
but
Yeah, I had him restrain this cat.
Oh,
can
I
make-
thought you by restrain that meant you like tied him up.
No.
No.
no,
Okay.
still.
Then yeah. He's like holding his fist tight, so you can't like take it off. Then. Sorry.
Okay, I'm just gonna cut that finger off.
Okay. Roll me. What would be a
Keck-
good
Keck
roll
might be
to
like, "Are you
do
sure that-
for?
Like you sure you can't get their hand open?
sleight of hand.
Yeah, roll me sleight of hand.
16.
Let me make a roll.
Hopefully they're pinky rings, I guess.
No, it's like middle finger.
It's alright, it'll make them more polite.
All right, you are able to cut off just that one finger.
Perfect. I'm gonna take the ring off the finger. And then put the
As-
finger back up to the bloody stump and cast Cure Wounds.
All right, and it is back.
That is amazing.
It's about to do something.
Problem solved.
Okay.
That's the kind of
You
amputation.
now
you want.
have the ring, and the man is just sitting there still.
I'm gonna look over at him. You there now?
Who are you?
We're just people. We kind of stole you.
I thought I was
Who
about
are
to
you?
tell that story.
Who am I?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you who you are.
Who am I?
You guys want to tie him up? Maybe it'll come back to him like in an hour. He might still be kind of sort of under the effects of whatever magic they're using.
He's not really fighting. I don't think he's about to go walking anywhere.
Might need to recover.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's just tie him up.
All right, tie him up. Doesn't resist.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start looking to the ring.
He looks at you, Nox, and he goes, inside your head.
Just that.
Just that.
I would narrow my eyes at them. So what do you mean by that?
Inside my head.
Would I know anything about a tabaxi?
Like general knowledge.
Are they telepathic?
No. They control us.
How long has it been?
I do not know. How long have you been free?
They only had me for a matter of minutes.
I'm not talking about just recently.
Nox would go deadly silent.
Do we notice any of this?
Yeah, he's fully talking out loud.
Oh yeah. They're talking next to us. Keck is giving them their space. This is the Nox thing. Like he goes off into the woods and meditates with weird shadow stuff. You just don't.
I'm only asking because Dorsal would be very curious about this. Naturally.
Shocker. Dorsal curious about something.
I thought you were tunnel visioned.
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. I am a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where did you go?
I don't think this one's in her right mind.
You ran away so long ago.
I don't remember that long ago.
You used to be such a sweet child.
Coming from you, that's less of a compliment than you probably think.
You were rejected like all of us.
And he's got no recollection of like a tabaxi or anything like that.
Nope.
Dorsal looks over at
Wait, did you do the ritual with the ensign?
No.
No? Then you have nothing.
Prepared for it, but then it never happened.
Then you have nothing.
Unless it happened during downtime,
No
but I was never
knowledge.
told so.
Nope. This
He
kind of thing is more for an in-session type
Yeah,
of ritual.
he did say it would take a long time to prepare.
It's prepped.
Ritual.
It's still prepped.
Yeah. It was
Like, he
prepped
told
when
you
we
it
got
was
back, but you had to
prepped.
tell him.
But you had to tell him that you were ready for it.
He's given you time to mentally prepare and decide.
I was going to say, I haven't seen him since he said he would prepare it, so I haven't been able to tell him.
Yes.
Dorsal, I'm going to look over at Nox and I go, I don't mean to get into your personal business. I know you're really into that, but are there any periods of time that you don't remember anything?
He would go quiet for a minute or two.
I don't need any details. I'm just curious if there were periods of time, because it would make sense.
And he would basically, you could tell he's off guard, but he would say, "I don't remember anything before the University of Skills."
Alrighty, hello everyone. We are currently back. Sorry for dropping out. My laptop, which is controlling the entire operation, decided to go into airplane mode. So that's fantastic. So back to what you guys were saying. The last bit was Nox potentially revealing backstory?
Yeah, stating...
he didn't remember anything since...
Yeah, Dorsal asked if he remembered anything, or if there was any part of his past he didn't remember. And he stated that anything prior to life in the forests of the University of Skills he didn't recall.
Alrighty. What's your response? Dorsal.
Sorry, I'm seeing.
He just confirmed he doesn't remember a large section of his life.
Yeah. So I look over at Nox and I go, that makes sense. So it sounds, given just the sheer quantity and power of the magic involved in these rings and amulets or whatever else, whatever other implementation they use. So they're either taking people at birth and
I was
immediately
never taken.
Well, that answers that. So they're using some kind of erasure magic along with the control magic.
I was born in a village not far from here.
Oh, that's the other possibility, is that if
I was rejected, and the church sends the rejected here.
That makes sense.
Erased.
Okay. So
why
that
were
makes
you
sense.
rejected?
I am not human, nor am I elf.
They're what your
They're
parents have
purists
been.
in this country.
My parents were killed. I was very little. I killed them.
So I look over at Nox.
Okay, that got dark.
What did he say? I didn't catch the last part.
He killed his parents.
Oh. Well, that probably wasn't his fault. Or his choice.
50-50.
Well, I've experienced their control magic twice. Once through the wall and once through the necklace. You don't have a choice. There's no fighting it. The erasure magic would only make sense either A, if you're just creating mindless zombie slaves, as I would imagine this one's going to be, or was going to be, or was already. And probably the rest of that village. So they would have to use some kind of erasure magic to, well, just memory wipe them essentially.
Memories are not wiped. They are locked away. In the dungeon. They scream.
Locked locked away, huh? Might be able to do something about that.
Yours
Or literally?
lasted 4 days.
But yeah, it has to do with the control because I mean they can't have memories because then their subconscious has a way to fight, so they have to get rid of them.
Question is, do they get rid of them or do they literally suppress them? Because if they suppress them,
I would imagine they could
be able to find them.
I mean, go ahead and dig through her head. I would imagine that they can.
Both.
Well, I mean, if you can.
You are a demon.
Just be careful because the just the sheer level of power that they're using to employ these techniques. That lock might be really strong, and it might bring some things out.
My head.
I'm sure that would be worse for you than it would be for me.
The Tao will eat you whole.
The what?
The Tao?
I couldn't hear you.
I heard the second part. I'm used to hearing that part, but...
He's just mumbling nonsense.
Okay, cool.
And that's what I'm doing. I'm just mumbling I'm doing what he's doing and just mumbling nonsense.
So I look at Nox and I go, I would give it a try because it could just be suppressed. But that would be unusual. Because it'd be easier to erase it. But give it a go.
The screams.
Just be ready to subdue me if this goes wrong.
All right. Keck, ready your beak.
I will murder you all.
I would, prior to rooting around in her head, put her to sleep. Him to sleep.
Roll.
Little did you realize this is
what is that, 5d8?
Yeah.
Kissed it. Ooh. Yeah. OBS really didn't like that my thing went because it's still like trying to stop the stream from the last thing. Like there's 2 here on my thing. So it's kind of like it's trying to stop it, but at the same time like everything's going fine with this new one. So yeah. 23. They are asleep.
Alrighty. I'd probably lay them on their back, and then I would sit cross-legged, sort of above their head. And
so as you sit cross-legged, and you kind of... You what with your hands?
He'd hold his hands either side of her head, like with his claws just touching the scalp.
So you do so, and your shadow extends, and the tentacles draw in and kind of go straight into like her forehead, and you right into her head, and it is just an inky black void. And you see a crystal, the only light within this void. And you hear it whispering, "The church loves you. The church is your only family. Join us. Don't worry about the outside world. They will all be dead soon."
I'm generally weighing up the options of unleashing magic in this poor thing's head.
No one will be able to save you from the death of the world.
Can I cast magic while I'm in here?
You can.
I'm going to guiding bolt the crystal.
You do so, and the crystal just absorbs it and goes, "That was not very nice. I am only trying to help you. Do I need to suppress you again?
What is your purpose here?
I am to give guidance to the lost ones.
You're not giving them guidance, you're suppressing their will.
The church suppresses all. I guide them towards the light of the saviors.
Quote of a lifetime.
The savior's blood runs through the crystals.
Saviors would have no interest in these races.
They have interest in all races. Yet the church only wants the quote-unquote pure. You should know this, as there is one of you, blah 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 blah, as there is one of me in you.
Are we talking metaphorically or physically?
I am only a construct. I cannot tell you that answer.
Hey Nox, it's in you.
We don't see a thing.
No, you guys are just sidelines as players at the moment.
How'd you follow up being told that they're in you?
Your influence is becoming weak. And you see as there are cracks throughout your vision.
So it seems impervious to magic. Can I walk up to it?
You are standing right at it.
Can I touch it?
I assumed you already.
I'm gonna do a dorsal. I'm gonna touch it.
You touch it. And you two, as you're watching this happen, you see a purple glow from Nox's forehead. And then you see a same purple glow from this villager's forehead.
I'm gonna slap Nox in the back of the head with the flat of my sword.
We don't know if this is correct or not.
Yeah, I'm not about to go through all this shit.
You do so, and Nox is not taken out.
Well, I'm gonna continue to do it until he's taken out.
You try again, and a tentacle grabs you by the neck.
It's a short sword. It's made of metal, sir.
A tentacle grabs you by the neck and pulls you up in the air.
And Keck still can't tell if this is correct or not, because even if nothing was going wrong, it still would have done that.
Oh, that's fair. I look at Keck and I go, peck him. Come on.
That's very observant for Keck. I'm impressed.
I know. That's why I was like, oh, that's fair. Yeah.
He's all grown up.
Keck's not
put
that
some work
dumb.
into that.
Yeah, Keck's not dumb. He just never knows where he is. Keck will give it a moment to actually do something.
All right.
Thanks, Dick.
So, flashing over to Nox again. Nox.
So am I just hanging in the air?
Yeah.
Yes. Nox, there's no like choking going on. You're just being like held. By the way.
Okay.
So you're not like dying. So don't worry about that.
Child.
Oh look, it stopped. And it didn't stop the stream. Oh, that's good. Okay. OBS caught up with itself.
I thought the purple stopped.
Anyways, as you are touching it, you feel a burning sensation in your forehead.
What is this? Do I feel any kind of like connection to it?
Yes.
Can I use that to try and glean some information?
You're gonna want to use the crystal in your own head. I'm gonna need you to roll me a control.
This new stat is getting a lot of use.
It's because that's mainly what we're dealing with right now. As you try to delve into your own crystal, you're hit with a wall, and just coming back to you is, come back to the church. We love you. We will never harm you. Please, Nox. Come back.
Slavery isn't my idea of love.
We do not slave people away.
And why does this one not know who they are? And when I enter their mind, I find you.
They are far away from their crystal. As are you, Nox.
And quite the life I've built for myself out here.
Go back to the capital. The cardinals are waiting.
With that, his focus would break and he would snap out of it.
As you snap out of it, let me just look at this chart really quick. Dorsal. You drop about like 5 feet, because you were like 5 feet in the air with your your legs dangling. And all the tentacles like retract in on itself. And Nox, you can see like a purple glow from like right like at the top of your eye line. And then it fades into nothingness. However, the Tabaxi's glow is still going.
So they'd have seen a glow from under my hood, kind of thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose for all they know,
like,
that was just
I
the
told
magic.
you he was fine.
Well, luckily, it was likely just trying to activate his crystal and take control of him.
So the crystal is in on the Tabaxi's forehead as well?
It is. You do not physically see a crystal on his forehead.
Oh, okay, but that's where the light's coming from.
Yes.
That's just the representation of the control magic. And where the memories are locked up.
You would see Nox looks pretty stunned by a bit of a revelation. Well, you don't necessarily know a revelation, but you know whatever he found in there freaked him out.
I look over at Nox and I go, man, can you keep control of those hentai tentacles? Jesus. Swinging up in the air.
Well, at least I know you tried to stop me then.
I did. Multiple times. Didn't work, obviously.
Well, at least they didn't harm you.
Yeah, they were pretty nice about that. They didn't even choke me. I mean, you gotta appreciate that. Certain situations, but, you know.
Keck might whisper, it's like, I think next time he wants them to choke him.
No, certain situations. That's not one of them. I think we should take this Tabaxi back with us. I need the Tabaxi alive so that the ring stays, so it doesn't dissolve.
We still need to find the actual rift. You know, the thing we came here for.
Not so sure that crystal's going to harm me. It could have taken over me if it wanted.
Given that it's so far away from the primary crystal that powers it, I'm not so sure about that.
It didn't seem weak to me. I assaulted it with magic and it just absorbed it. But then I was in someone's mind.
That could be the design of the prison that the memories are withheld in.
True. But yes, we have to remember that this rift is going to appear in the next...
Tomorrow.
Day.
tomorrow.
So let's at least be here for that.
Yeah, let's head that wherever we gotta go.
Curiosity, out of like above the game,
Mm-hmm.
the rift that we're waiting on is not the one that happened in the Yule thing, is it?
No.
Right. Okay. Just checking.
Separate.
Yeah.
That was more. That one was more of a portal than a rift.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's right. That's what I was thinking of.
I want my scroll. Ugh. I want to read my book.
I suggest we just wait for this rift. We know it's happening tomorrow.
Where?
I don't think it's wise to re-enter the town tonight.
In the town. That's where.
Ah, okay.
In this region.
Well, let's keep this cat tied up. Do we have any milk? Does it drink milk? What the hell do you feed a cat person?
Food? Like every other person?
Oh shit, I don't know.
Bear in mind, you would have noticed that Nox's... Anytime you saw Nox's hands, they would also be clawed and covered in a very short but very dark fur.
That's because you're a wolf.
When you say that, you just see his eyes fix on you, like... Seriously?
I look over at everybody. What? I lived on my own for like 80 years. I only know what I eat.
So you're with indescribable furry person, a bird person, and you're confused at what the cat person would eat.
I've only read about cat people. I know what you eat because I've already seen you eat.
I mean, it explains
I
why
didn't
you
ever have to
birdseed at you.
Yeah. I never have to feed you. I didn't have to feed you when I met you. I don't know what the hell Nox is or what he eats. He just does whatever he does, and he's fed, I assume.
Quick question.
Do we see Nox eat like ever?
Quick question for the two of you. Does Keck know what Nox is?
I would assume Keck kind of lets him be. He makes it up. That was one of the big things. Whenever people ask questions that Nox doesn't want to answer or doesn't know how to answer, Keck will make it up for him.
Okay.
It's always different every time.
And bear in mind, Nox doesn't know what Nox is.
Don't we know that you have hooved legs, feet, though? Haven't we seen those?
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
And everyone heard the rambling guy saying some correct things and other things that are just really weird. Call him a demon.
Yeah, he accused him of being a demon.
You're a demon.
Amid his ramblings, but then that could have just been because he's not a member of his church.
There's also like he said quite a few things that, like after that got pretty nonsensy. So it's pretty unreliable information.
I'm not gonna lie. Dorsal was not paying attention. He was 100% focused on that crystal and working out the magic. Dorsal has terrible tunnel vision, guys. No joke.
Of course.
I hadn't noticed.
He's like, oh, look at that town. Let's walk over there. Oh, that looks ominous. Let's explore it.
Like, we need more people chasing us.
Alrighty. So I don't know.
Set up a watch through the night.
Yeah. Nightfall happens.
At least one of us is watching the tabaxi at all times.
Well, we tied it up.
Dorsal
I would imagine we tied it to a
watches,
train.
So we actually have just enough.
Never underestimate a tabaxi.
I mean, realistically, I could tie it with my short sword and then cure it.
What?
Yeah, you just stab it through like the arm or the shoulder, and then when you wake up in the morning, you
Just
pull it out
heal it
and cure
around it.
wounds. Yeah,
Just
cure wounds and it heals up.
In the middle
of this island.
In the middle of the night, you hear her mutter, "Must get. The saviors are coming. We will all be sent to the heavens."
Who's on watch
Like she starts to get more restless.
Who's on watch?
It would be in the middle of the night, so I would assume Dorsal would be, since you only need 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah. So I'll wake everybody up. I'm like, yeah. So the Saviors might be coming. We should probably, just get the hell out of here.
What? No, she's just rambling.
I mean,
I would look at her and say, they're coming for you.
We will all be devoured. The Saviors.
They don't sound very Savior-esque to me.
As you look back over towards the town, you see as a massive rift has appeared over the town.
Ooh. Can I sit down and watch?
And as you guys sort of like come closer, you see these 10-foot tall life forms. One with the shape of like an oval and has a more like liquidy body. One with like a triangle and has more like rigid and like spikes along it. And one that's like square, that's like picking up people and throwing them into the rift. And you see as all of the villagers are like, pick me, free.
I would definitely like point over to the Tabaxi and be like, hey, you're the Saviors.
They will deliver us to the Saviors.
Can we make sure she's tied up nice and solid?
Oh, yeah. Make a survival check.
4.
You did not tie these knots great. She is able to slip out, and she is running towards the town.
Can I shoot her in the leg with an arrow?
You could definitely try.
22.
You definitely hit, but she definitely still runs.
I mean, Heck might go just grab her.
Oh yeah, you could do that. Go grab her.
As you are going to do so, one of the liquid blob grabs her and throws her into the rift.
Damn it.
Okay,
I'm gonna cast.
I didn't realize they were that close.
He's moving away from that thing.
Can I shoot an arrow at this liquid blob?
Go ahead.
Next. 9.
It doesn't even like get close. You hit a branch right in front of you. These things are like 10 feet tall. No, wait.
Oh god, I missed it.
I'm sorry.
You still missed?
I'm sorry.
I know.
They're 100 feet tall. I wrote that wrong.
And you still missed?
Okay, so sheepishly I'm gonna have to shoot another shot. I can't do that.
You still missed.
But
What?
You
your skills.
still missed.
Are these like
How many
that one
arrows
was
do you
an
have
accident.
left?
whiff misses, or are these like hit armor misses?
No. These are these
got
are
20 arrows.
armor misses at this point.
So you're hitting them, it's just not in a
Yeah.
spot that deals damage.
And you can see they sink into it and like dissolve.
Yo guys, I don't think they expected us to defeat what came out all by ourselves. We got the info right.
Well, at least we know that their ability to predict the rifts is accurate.
I'm just upset that we let that Tabaxi got away. I really wanted to study it further.
You see as they finish sweeping the town, they jump up themselves into the rift, and you can feel like a small earthquake, and then the rift disappears.
Now
And
seems
the
like a
town
safe time to go and investigate.
left.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Let's go into the town. Check it out.
As you go into the town, are you guys gonna go stealthily or not stealthily?
I'm
just
not
chuck
gonna go
everyone into
stealthy.
a rift.
Keck's freaked out, so if he's convinced to go in at all, he's gonna be like sneaking way too much.
They just cleaned the town out. I'm just gonna stroll in like I own this shit.
All right. As you go in, you're come face to face with a priest.
Ah,
Oh,
shit.
he
And he
escaped,
goes,
did he?
You should not be here.
Keep hearing
and he is going to cast a spell at you.
I'm gonna intimidate him.
Wait, why?
This would be worth
Cause. No.
Does 27 hit all of you?
I should think so.
Oh, I never put my armor on, so yes, I'm at a 13.
We had all night.
I forgot to put it back on, apparently. I forgot I took it off.
He sleeps naked.
Alright, you all take 10 points of fire damage.
Can we just go ahead and go to combat, or is this something you don't want to do combat for?
Well, you can not do combat, but if it progresses, it will definitely lead into combat. So, it depends on what your guys' next choice is going to be. Oh, sorry.
I want to fight him, so...
That was...
Yeah, if he's staying, I guess we're going to at least be nearby.
I want to loot
I'm not
the town.
sure if he does that kind of damage, the three of us stand much of a chance. Remember, we're half a team right now.
You all should have gone with them. Should have gone with the demons.
And why exactly didn't you go?
I am holy. I am of the church. You foul creatures.
So you control the demons, huh, Psycho?
I do not control the demons. There
Have a
are
tough
no
time believing that.
demons here but you.
You whack job.
The only remnants of demons left are you all. We had
To
just...
kill you and steal one of your crystals.
Oh, really? And what makes you think the town would allow that? And he snaps his finger and you see the crystal at the top of the bell tower start to turn like a bright red.
Can I see any kind of jewelry on him that looks like it's some kind of control thing?
No.
Can I go ahead and use, Wait, we took a long rest before that 10 points of damage?
Sure.
Yeah, we took it several of them.
Yeah, technically.
Well, remember I landed and took damage, and like from a hit and a land. Right before that long rest. Okay.
Dorsal must pose an intimidating figure as he sits there naked.
Wait, like, do you want to fight or do you not? Run away or enter combat?
I want to fight. Let's do it.
We're fighting?
I think we've gained as much information as we can. Nox would very much want to get out of this country.
I mean, at this point, it's up to you guys, because I really just want one of those crystals.
Kek's, like, kind of just looking for, like, thing. Like, are we running or are we...
Nox would be backing away.
Yes, leave. Leave. Foul demons. Come back and take them with you.
I guess we leave?
Yeah, Nox has had enough of this country, and he feels particularly disturbed by...
Where are you leaving? Towards the forest or towards the border?
I would say towards the border.
Alright, so you go...
I mean, do we have all our gear with us? I mean, I have a whole suit of armor.
I travel light.
I assume you grabbed everything.
Yeah, in general.
Yeah,
if we need to swing by the campsite, then we can, but Nox has all this stuff.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
Let's roll.
Alright, you're at the border again.
We head back to school? Yeah? No? Maybe?
Do we need to worry about the border this time around?
Yes.
He would ask everyone else, though. Because, like, Dorsal doesn't seem to worry about it, and he's the one that can see it.
Yeah, I'll cast Detect Magic and see what's going on.
Alright. You can see that the border, that this portion of the border is currently down.
I yell at everybody, let's go!
Okay.
You all follow, and the same point is still down, and the priest comes up and he says, "Good riddance. Now leave and never come back." And he points his staff at it, and it closes.
Dorsal's half tempted to go back.
We could have fought them on the spot, but I felt like we needed. I feel like it would have been a close fight. Can't.
I just did what you guys wanted. All right. Well, we got to go back to the college. Or where do we go?
Yeah, you got the information.
All right. That's the wrong place. There we go. All right. See, you guys are now back. Go back over to that edge. You guys are now back across the border.
You get seen by an I Spy to just be carried back to the train station.
Yeah, you guys head back. You head back to the train station, and you go over to your dorm room. Oh, long rest.
That's kind of rest.
Very kind.
So I technically don't have that book yet, do I?
No, however, we're going to end the session here, and because we ended this at a great spot, so if you want to watch this in order, watch the Yule episode after this.
I just want to read my book, man.
All in order.
If you want to read them in chronologically timelined order, watch the Yule episode after this.
I presume we tell them before the Yule episode, so we'll go to the front office and tell them what we found.
Yes, you essentially when you go to the library, the lady at the front is like, "Oh, he's very busy at the moment. If you want to just write a report, I'll get it to him."
I just want to read my book, man.
Next session, you'll have your book and your scroll, and I will have so many questions.
Okay,
I will have potential.
I guess we'll write a report.
I will have potential temporal knowledge.
No homework. You guys don't have to actually write the report unless you want to.
I just presumed that Dorsal had notes on hand that were easily converted into a whole report.
Unless you want to write a whole report and put it into Kenka. But that's up to you guys. I'm not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do. Anyways.
I think Nox just wants a very long conversation with Yen Sidric.
Oh yes, that will happen. Next time. See ya later.
See ya.
Can I read my book while he's having that conversation? I'm obsessed with this book.
Yes.
Thank you.